rained last night. It's Sunday, week 4, beginning Sunday yet. So, apparently around April 1st, that was last week, a bunch of news outlets started airing what amounts to a panic scare concerning everyone running out of everything and stricter guidelines. This April Fool's joke spread all over the place and was reported on regular news media stations. Somebody was pranking them, but apparently because Kushner found out about it and a number of other people, they put it on TV like it was real. And now old people are panicking about they're running out of everything because they're going to run out of everything because they say so. Oh. And it's like it was some sick April Fool's joke. Of course, there's still a virus, but apparently some sick April Fool's joke. Right, okay, so that's messed up. Another reason not to like that holiday, that particular day. There you go. So, I'll go to the store and see whether it's being stockpiled or it's not going to be. They're not going to stop putting fruit out and frozen stuff. It's ridiculous. it's the 7th, it's 6th, the 6th. It's raining. So yeah, it's raining. Yeah, that's unexciting. Tuesday, April 7th. Tuesday. I don't think Mark's Cards has a YouTube channel, but he has just finished binge watching all of the Star Trek Picard. Yeah, last night he finished binge watching it, and he really liked the Riker episode. Well, that's the one I wrote, so of course he liked that one. They might say the other people wrote it, but nah, it's a Kal Kat story. It totally was. Kind of the finale was kind of too. A lot of elements of Chimera there. And actually, the opening 2 episodes were very Mark's Cards. It's sort of subdued, hanging out, talking. Yeah, so definitely the show definitely was inspired by us without knowing it somehow. Yeah. But anyway, other news. Transformers Corrosion continues on into the 4th episode, with more days of filming on the 4th episode. And they're halfway through. A miniseries that will be as long as Stephen King's The Stand. Because that was a 7-part miniseries. That was a 6-part miniseries on TV, and they were about... Yeah, maybe that's longer, actually, because it was a little bit longer. But yeah. Because they only did like 230 pages of the book or something. They didn't do the entire book. That would have been like a season. I think they later did a remake of that, and they did more of it. Yeah, but the original with Molly Ringwald in it, some of the Brat Pack, that was a classic. Check that out on, they reviewed it on Stone Gremlins. The whole stand. It's an hour and 17-minute video. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Anyway, so there we go. This is not The Stand. Or the Walking Dead, obviously. Although there was kind of a Walking Dead cat's dream. Different cats from the eras came back fully as cats and were all over the backyard. They had the COVID. It suddenly reanimated all of them with their bones and skeletons and all their meat and flesh, and it all came back on, and they were around alive. It was the Cat End Times. Now there's an interesting sequel to Cats they could do. Cat End Times. Okay. It's Wednesday the 8th. Nothing's going on. Nothing to report. Just doing Transformers. Just it's Wednesday the 8th. Oh. That's it. So, I'm out by the Noah's Bagels. And, yes, bagels. And actually, it's a croissant and tea. You have to make the tea yourself. Yeah, so, that was weird. Be my own barista. I'm not very good at it. Anyway, so, yeah, it's, what was it, Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Yeah, nothing much else to report. I must go get a bag of cat food. How exciting. And maybe find some candy. Anyway, so, yeah, or hot chicks named Candy. No, actually, of all of the candies in the world, none of them have been hot that I've encountered. They've all been, like, big. I mean, well, if you like that kind of thing, I guess that's all right. But, oh, my. But, yes, ample. Yes, candies. All the candies. There were 2 candies over the years. There was Martha's Friend Candy, and there was another candy called Candace Miller from the Joe Swan years ago, who also was big. So, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I'm out in front of a bank with a camera, but I'm clearly selfieing myself, so it's probably okay. And there's a bagel. I'm gonna eat the bagel. Well, it's not a bagel. It's a croissant cookie. Anyway, so that's it. Okay. Late Thursday. Late Thursday. Okay, I look more official with this here mask on. Yeah, like some kind of crazy Dr. Giggles character or something. But yes, I'm not a doctor. I'm just wearing a mask. And apparently neither is Trump. Yeah. So this whole plugging this malaria drug, dude, the hydroxychloroquine. They started doing that before the virus started. So they're plugging this weird like stuff. It's like a Coumadin variety. It's like for oh, that's a kidney. So it's not made for viruses. It's not made to kill viruses. It's made to kill malaria, and it's made to kill lupus. It's not made for that, and it's bad for old people and bad for children. So it's really bad, and it's bad for hearts and eyes and kidneys and all other things. But they're plugging it because they have stock in it. Kushner has stock in it. Dr. Oz has stock in it. They all have stock in it. Okay, Dr. Oz is not a real doctor. He's a TV doctor. He's a fake doctor. Go on television and you're a television personality. You're no longer that person. Like Judge Janine is no longer a judge. No longer a judge. So, so they're touting this thing because they like it, because they like the idea of having it. Whereas it doesn't do anything. It's not going to help anybody. It would only make older people die. Great. What a good idea. Instead of that, don't the hydrochloroquine. It's not going to do anything. Just because it's called Plagerin, the name, the generic name over the counter is Plagerin. It's like an immune suppressant. It's an immune suppressant, which means it destroys the immune system's ability to fight certain infections. Immune suppressant. And also, it's bad for you. It's got all kinds of side effects. So, it's not going to help with the virus. No, the trick to the virus is, because it's a coronavirus, right? So it's like SARS, but more intense. It's like N1H1, but more intense. It's like bird flu and cow flu. It's similar in the same family. So to go out after a drug that is equivalent to giving Coumadin to somebody who's not a cancer patient. You don't do that. We'll just give them like euthanasia. It doesn't work. What you do is you give them something that will fight SARS, which makes sense. Yeah. So make some stuff that fights SARS. Then there's no more COVID-19. Goes by way of COVID-3. Yeah. Or something like that. Or COVID-12. COVID-13. At least you can read that up on the internet. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, so just know that. But that other thing is bad. Yeah, don't do that. So, it is Friday. And we discussed, Mark's cards. I discussed Mark's cards. Discussed the bizarre peddling of this of coronavirus medication that doesn't work at all. It has not been tested, but Trump has stock in it, and so does his family, so does his friends. So they want to tout a malaria drug, which is an anti-immune suppressant and doesn't work with a virus that supplements the immune system. It wouldn't actually. Not to mention that all the horrible side effects that it has. Though it's been on the market since the 50s. We don't recommend anyone take it. Not a doctor though, so don't listen to that. Haha. But don't take it. No, it was like a sleazy peddler. He was like, "Oh, you should just take it. It'll work." So it's a magic bullet that doesn't work. Magic bullets usually don't. Now, the other thing was the hoarding of eggs and milk apparently was going on. Eggs and milk spoil. Why would people hoard that? It's just gonna spoil. Yeah, so don't do that. That's stupid. Just don't. And then apparently on the Fox this morning, they spent over an hour saying they were going to go to a task force meeting. They still haven't. And they're just waiting for a task force meeting. They obviously have no news. So they're like, we're just going to sit here in a press room and film a wall with some guy walking around. It's literally what they're doing right now. It's like ridiculous. It's 11 o'clock. It's like, what? Oh, yeah, it's kind of windy out here too. Anyway, so that's all my rant for the morning, I guess, on Talking Pointless for Friday at the in Vid thing. Yeah. Somebody's coming. It is April 11th of the containment. And I combed my hair, which is getting long on the sides. What a crappy comb that I found. Well, in the drawer, not on the ground. Oh, that'd be gross. No, it was in a drawer. So yes. It begins the clinical trials of the alleged vaccine. Well, allegedly, but it's not the mosquito stuff they're peddling. It's not that. Yeah, don't take that. In fact, they oxychlorophlorecarbon was mentioned on chlorophyll, plagiaris was mentioned on. It's called plagiaris. It's like, why would you want to take anything that's called that? Anyway, but you don't want to take that because it's not designed to do anything to a virus. It's for the parasitic infection caused by malaria. It's a bug, like insects. It's a completely different animal. It's literally an animal that it fights off by attacking the immune system. The SciShow did a report on it, and although they're not working scientists, they are scientists, no scientists. Yeah, they explored that. That wouldn't work. They're all, how would it work? I mean, it's an immune suppressant. It's like a Coumadin kind of thing. How would that work? So actually, yeah. So no, it wouldn't work for that. You want the antibodies to fight off the virus. You want the virus to be, because the virus is not a living. It's an RNA packet. So you want to fight that virus with something that fights an antiviral of some kind, and it's not an antiviral. It's what Trump and his toadies have stock in, so they mentioned it first. It's all over the net, but it does not do anything. Actually, it's very bad for heart patients and very bad for eye patients and anybody with eyesight problems. It's very bad for kidneys and liver and all sorts of lovely things that if you had malaria, you would take it because malaria. But no, you don't want to take that stuff. No, that's just because they say so. Ooh, take it all. But wait for the actual real stuff to come out. Yeah, and then it'll be like, oh, the real stuff comes out. You can take that probably within a year. They have to clinical trial. They can't just say, oh, take some random shit off your medicine cabinet. Like what? No, don't do that. Oh. Kind of vaguely goes with that weird dream that I had about government spraying everyone with malathion so that they gradually went crazier and crazier and dumber until it was like The Stand by Stephen King. Everybody was actually, this is very remarkably similar to The Stand. The Stone Gremlins guy did an entire hour and 20-minute video on The Stand, which was a classic late 80s, early 90s miniseries. Early 90s, I think. It had half the Brack Pack in it. Half of the directors that went on to become famous cameoed in it. So yeah, including Sam Raimi and Clive Barker were in it. It's weird. But yeah. So it's not exactly like The Stand. So if everyone stays sheltered indoors, eventually it'll wait out the virus's length of time period that it exists. Although some people are catching it again, but that's because some places didn't wait it out and they went and reinfected them. So yeah, don't do that. And I'm not a physician, I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying what I read, what I saw on the TV. Not a doctor. But yeah. So that's But that's that then. Okay, and I'm walking along here. And now, passing people without masks on. Oh no. So, there's nothing other worldly in the news about the. Other than, oh yeah, they're claiming another thing. Fox is so full of shit. Fox News is claiming it's stabilizing. It's the word they keep using over and over again. And CNN called them on some of their bullshit. And now they're claiming that CNN kicked them out somehow. So CNN couldn't report. That's exactly the opposite of what happened. Some of the CNN reporters were going to the meetings and they kept saying, quit saying bullshit, and then like going on about other stuff afterward, and they kicked CNN out of the press meeting. It wasn't the other way around. They kicked CNN out. They said, you can't come into our press meetings anymore. They'll probably say that about NBC and CBS and all those others as well, and Comcast and everyone else. So the Trump administration kicked CNN out. A number of anybody that doesn't agree with Trump kicked out of the meeting. Then you just have your propaganda station. It's not good because Trump even said in one of those meetings early on, I listen to only Fox News. It's a great station, Fox News. It's like, really? Okay, you get all your medical information from Fox pundits of your own propaganda station. How does that work? You get your news from your propaganda station that you put out. That your friends put out, I should say. The Murdochs yeah, they're related to the Bushes. They're not your friends, but they'll put out what they like. But that's just weird. It's the friend of the friend is. That's kind of the enemy. The friend of your enemy is your friend. Because it's kind of Muslim. I'm just saying. Radical, kind of weird sounded. But yeah. So he likes the propaganda station because they'll tout his pharmaceutical stuff on the internet that doesn't work. And no, the anti-vaxxer thing is stupid too. It's just that yeah, that's dumb too. You should not do that. Saying that if the vaccine doesn't work, unlike Trump going, oh, just take it, just take this thing that I thought up out of the blue that has no scientific basis and we've done no testing at all on. Take that, because I said so. No, fuck you, dude. I ain't taking that shit. Also, because heart and eye stuff. Couldn't anyway. So, there you go. Yeah, I can't take it. So, there you go. So you better give me something else then. Yeah, I can't afford to lose any eyesight. Yeah, can't afford to lose other stuff either. Got that heart thing. Anyway, so yeah, an eye thing. Yeah. Technically, mumsy can't take it either. Yeah. But yeah, so there you go. Can't do that stuff. Yep. That would actually be bad. It's just, apparently also diabetics can't take it, but I'm not that. So it's just a bad drug. It should be taken off the market. I don't care if it's been around since the 50s. Oxychloroquine should be taken off and just find something else to cure malaria with. But yeah, it's not malaria, it's not bugs, it's not mosquitoes. It was a viral-borne pathogen passed by eating bad pig meat in China somewhere. That the bats had bitten. The bats bit the pigs had the bad pig. So it's kind of like the swine flu. It's kind of like SARS. So if anything, hopefully the CDC is looking into a SARS-type version of the vaccine, because it is a SARS coronavirus. It literally is what it is. It's just not SARS-03, it's SARS-19. COVID-19, coronavirus 19. Like, hey, guys could look that up. It's not that hard. I'm not even a millennial. I bet they know more than I do about that. I'm an X-generation person. But yeah, they're being stupid. Anyway, this is the third week. And yeah, as long as we stay in, we're not catching anything. And it's kind of gloomy out here. But yeah, and the Transformers thing continues. We are finishing up episode 4. Going to go on to episode 5, 6, and 7. in the next couple of weeks, and then the ships of Starship Chimera were on the other channel. So, yeah. We're gonna finish the Transformer thing first. And it's not like I have phenomenal Q-like cosmic powers. I can just say, oh, the world needs to wait while I finish my space movie. Yeah, that'll just cure it magically. No, I don't have Q powers, so only in Silly Track. Yes, only in Silly Track. So even if we did, and it's funny because like Mark's cars mind the idea of us not stopping the orange menace. So it got referenced in the Transformers Trans movie thing. Actually, it was a neat reference because like they go to Cybertron in the Transformers thing. It's near Earth and there aren't any humans in the script. So it's literally 2020. It's April 2020 in the stories. So they're like, oh yes, the humans were all sheltered indoors because of a plague exacerbated by an orange menace. It's just messed up, okay? And their Autobot is all, how topical. They just don't say anything about it after that. So there aren't any humans in the story.